Hi guys, this is SDJR7F88 speaking with an update for June 2019. Now first of all, apologies if I'm squinting a bit on camera. As you can tell, it's early morning and I'm in the conservatory. It's quite warm, but also as well, the sun is sort of shining onto the glass behind us, sort of reflecting into my face a bit. So I do apologise if I appear to be sort of squinting a bit at the camera, but it's because there's quite a bright light coming in from the right hand side of the screen there. But anyway, let's go on with this update. I know a couple of you have been asking questions, have been wanting to, sort of see a video of me talking or chatting about the videos lately. So I thought it's about time to put one together to explain what's actually happening. So, as you can probably tell, I've been extremely busy of late. I've done a number of model railway exhibitions. Since the last update, I believe we've done Nelsey, Corsham, and also the Bristol Model Railway exhibition, which was a massive show. Now that was a 3-day show and it had some of the longest hours of any model railway exhibition I've ever been to, but it was one of the most enjoyable events I've been to. It's been a really, really good show and I highly recommend going. And I managed to pick up a lot of bargains at that show. I couldn't believe how much I managed to come away with. When I initially went there, I was, had a few little things in mind that I wanted to get, but they really have a good selection of trade there, and I ended up coming away with a lot more than what I originally anticipated. One of which is this, which is sitting on the table in front of me, and we'll come on to that in a moment. But anyway, so exhibition's been taking up quite a lot of my time. Also work as well. As you can tell, the weather is getting really, really, we're starting to get into summery mode at the moment, so as you can tell, we've got lovely weather out there at the moment. And this means my work picks up quite a lot during this time, which means my hours are obviously at work are a lot longer, and sometimes I'm called in more days. And as you could tell, this year, the way that bank holidays have fallen, there have been more bank holidays bunched up together, and my days off, one of my days off is Monday, and I've been going in to help out, which is of course on a bank holiday day. So I've lost like a couple of my free days to come in and also help out at work. So that's another reason why I've also been quite busy, haven't been able to get around to doing as many videos as I've wanted to, or chatting in the videos. And another reason really is when you're chatting in a video, you sort of have to be in the mood to do it. And the thing is, with my line of work and of course exhibitions, you're chatting all the time, and sometimes on your day off you just want to have a nice sort of quiet day, just do a bit of quiet modelling to yourself. So that's what I've been doing a lot of as well recently. But besides that, there's been a lot of projects on the go, and there's a lot of videos to look forward to. Now these videos, I've really put my sort of heart and soul into these. These are really, really, what I hopefully feel will be videos that you'll really, really enjoy. And they take quite a lot of time to sort of produce. First of all, we have a special project video, which I'll be hopefully finishing off very, very soon. This is a renumbering project. It's some of you who've been following my RMweb posts, and of course on my Facebook page, you'll notice I've been really, really getting into my World War I locomotives recently, and I've built up quite a fleet of ROD locomotives, and I know I've posted a load of little slideshow videos just showing the before and after of these locomotives being changed into ROD livery. Now, one of these locomotives I thought would be a good idea to actually do a full step-by-step tutorial, because I know a few of you guys have been asking, how I've been doing it, how I've been creating these locomotives. This said locomotive requires a lot more than just a simple renumbering. It's basically been a bit of a kit bash. It's had buffers attached. It's had boiler stays attached. It's basically, I had things added to it and removed to make it look more like the actual prototype as it would have done during the First World War, and I thought that would be a perfect video to actually do. So this locomotive is the Bachmann Consolidation 280 heavy freight locomotive, and it's got sound fitted in it. It's had lamps fitted in it as well. The lamps have been removed so to make it look more like the World War I variant. And it's really, I'm really, really pleased with how it's turned out, and it is been a couple of months' work to actually create this locomotive and of course film it. Of course, when you're filming a project like this, it takes a lot of time to do so, because you obviously have to think about not just what you're doing with your hands, but making sure that it's on camera. So you're focusing on getting the model right, but also at the same time you're focusing, making sure you've got that shot on camera, because once you do that said bit, there's no sort of retake. So it's taken a lot longer than I originally anticipated to do this, because I've obviously been filming a video. But that video is nearing completion. The only thing I've got to do for that video, apart from editing the actual clips together, is doing a few running clips to finish off the video. At the moment, my main layout, as some of you probably know, has sort of been out of operation for the past couple of months. This is purely because there's been so much stuff put up in the loft. I haven't been able to move around and of course clean the layout off to actually run the trains. I've also got a new control system. I thought it was time to actually upgrade to DCC, and I've been sort of using the Tech 6, which is sort of a dual controller, but I finally got round to getting a full DCC setup, and I have yet to actually wire this in. So that's another thing I've sort of been working on. I've had to sort of figure out where this control system is going to go, how it's going to be wired in, but at the same time allow me to unplug it to run my analog fleet. So the idea is I'm going to have like a little plug that will plug the DCC controller in, and then I'll unplug it and I can plug the analog controller in. So that is one of the ideas I've got for working on the main layout. But of course I need to make some room up in there first. So I've been selling off a number of my locomotives I have been using recently, mainly modern era fleet locos. So I've sold off a lot of the TTS sound fitted diesels, which are featured in videos back a couple of years ago, and also a number of my limited editions. I've sold off my Rail Express limited edition Class 56. I've got the Class 60 up for sale at the moment, which is embarking the Brunel in Brunswick Green, and that is online at the moment on a well-known auction site, so do check that out. And yeah, hopefully with these locomotives, gone on to a loving home, I'll have a bit more room in the loft to obviously work on the World War One fleet, and also get sound decoders to fit into these locomotives and have a full sound-fitted World War One fleet. Now I know one of the other projects that I've been working on as well is the wagons to go with these locos. And as you saw in a recent SamsTrains video, he did a review of the excellent Roco bargain wagon pack. As he mentioned in that video, I recommended that set to him, and the reason for recommending that set was, one, because of the amazing price, but two, the reason why I got it is obviously to convert those those wagons, I should say, into World War One rolling stock. So the idea is they're going to be weathered up, have loads added to them, and I've got a few of those now, and again that's hopefully going to be the basis for a potential future video showing how to weather up and detail those wagons. Besides that, we also have this, so I thought I'll come on to this now. Now, I thought this would be something a bit different. Now, this is one of the items I picked up at the Bristol Model Railway exhibition, and it is a French Char 2C tank. Now, this is a sort of interwar years tank. They were originally developed during the First World War. I believe the designs were originally drawn up in 1917, but production was held off until 1921. But if the war had gone on into 1919, this tank would have entered service. Now, some of you guys who play online gaming might recognise this tank as the Behemoth from Battlefield 1, and I thought it'd be a nice model to have just to potentially place on Amiens, and also on a potential other World War One layout that I've been sort of dreaming up over the past couple of months, sort of like a follow-on project from Amiens. And I've really sort of researched the history of this tank, and it really is an interesting machine. So when I came across the model of one at the Bristol show, I just had to get one. It's actually a resin kit. It's only temporarily held together at the moment. I'm currently in the process of actually assembling it. So far I've built a number of the pieces and stuck it to it, but I've got to prime it now. And the idea is this is also going to be another full project video, so this is also taking a couple of weeks to build as well. Now, another thing what you can't see is actually behind the camera, there's actually a brand new baseboard. And now this is actually another layout that I'm currently building as well, so you can tell I've been extremely busy recently as I keep on finding new things to actually get started. But there is a baseboard basically behind the camera. They are from Scale Model Scenics, they are the small diorama boards, and basically there's another micro layout on the way, potentially. The idea for this layout is it's going to be a project, and it's going to show how to build a model railway. So I've done the video for building the baseboards. Then of course there's hopefully be track laying, ballasting and stuff like that. But the baseboard video has taken me 4 weeks to produce, and I haven't even done the audio yet, which is the longest part. And I'm sort of having second thoughts admittedly about doing it as a full series, so I might shorten it down. I might just build the layout, as admittedly, and I'm sure some of you guys will agree, that sometimes you just got to put down the camera, just do a bit of modelling, freelance sort of thing, and just nothing to worry about. And that's something I like to do from time to time. So potentially that might might shelve those videos. I don't know, but its main thing is just finding the time. The videos are very, very time consuming. But I've done the video nonetheless for the baseboards, and if not, that'll be a standalone review for the Scale Model Scene baseboards, because they are wonderful kits. I can't believe how well they went together. So that'd be probably a nice little video to do on its own, but the potential is there might be a full series on building this layout, but you've got to be in the right frame of mind when you're building a model railway, and it's something that's not to be rushed. And I know that, you know, with work constraints at the moment, there is, you know, basically it's just finding the time basically to actually get around to doing that. Another thing is Goforth. I'm sure some of you may have seen a recent article or recent ad in the latest issue of Railway Modeller. And basically in the news section there was a shout out for anybody who wanted our Great Model Railway Challenge layout, Goforth, the Blackadder layout. And as you know, I've done a series on the development of this layout, you know, right from actually building it on the Great Model Railway Challenge to reassembling it at Signals after the show, rebuilding it, and then doing exhibitions there. And then of course the last main video I did on the layout was actually disassembling it, getting it ready for a new home. And all I can say is, thanks to that ad, the layout does now have a new home. And one of what I've been doing on one of my days off this week, apart from obviously starting on this kit and doing the video for this, is actually I've been at the new owner's house and I've been rebuilding the layout. Now it is very, very special, and I'm sure if you guys check out the SDJR7F88 Facebook page and of course the topics about the Great Model Railway Challenge on RMweb, you'll see why it is so, the home it's gone to is so special. And there is a full video of the rebuild at its new home, and hopefully there'll be a little special clip at the end, and it's, you know, I'm quite excited about it. And basically for me and the team, it was what the Great Model Railway Challenge was all about, and yeah, it's really, really exciting. So this video is in editing at the moment. The grand reveal, I should say, will hopefully be very, very soon. I'll keep you posted on what happens in that. So that is something to look forward to. Another thing as well, you might have noticed, I know some of you have noticed, there's a video that's gone up on another channel that I've been working on, and this has basically been sort of a new line of things that I've started work on. And again, these also take a bit of my time, so stay tuned, and I'll hopefully do a bit more another video on those said videos. But it's very, very exciting stuff, and it's something that I've been working towards for a number of years. And yeah, so fingers crossed, and we'll have to see how that turns out. But anyway, I guess that's all for this update, and I hope it covers why I haven't really been talking to the camera much lately. It's just been so busy, and yeah, you know, you just got to have a bit of time to unwind. And I know that there's been a lot of discussion on a number of groups like the Model Railway Network Facebook page, and of course the Model Railway YouTube community group. Or YouTube Model Railway community group. I've gone total blank. It's too early in the morning for me, I'm afraid. But there's been a lot of discussion on, you know, what makes good videos, and quite a lot of people say taking your time, and of course having time to unwind yourself, and that is something which I've been trying to do lately. But things keep on cropping up, and I keep on soldiering on, as they say. But yeah, so there are plenty of exciting big project videos to come in the pipeline, and they just take a bit longer than normal to actually produce. And of course we've got plenty of like little videos on the way, so we've got plenty more sound edits and stuff like that I've gone through. And of course I've also done a little video about the ROD Baldwin, well, like a little sort of teaser video. So it's not a review, it's just a couple of close-ups of the model and showing it pull away before its transformation, and then hopefully the full transformation video becoming very, very soon. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this update, and I do apologise for all the sort of interruptions in the background of said noise of aeroplanes and stuff, and of course the dog barking. I believe that must be the postman that's just arrived as usual. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this update, and I guess that's all left for me to say is this has been SDJR7F88 speaking, and thanks for watching.